Good evening, sports fans, and welcome to tonight's NCAA Division II Conference Carolinas women's basketball matchup between the Belmont Abbey Crusaders and Southern Wesleyan University Warriors. My name is William Hughes. Alongside me, Wes Pate. We will be calling your plays tonight. We're here at historic Tyson Grid Gymnasium in Central South Carolina as the 5-2 Crusaders will go and take on the 1-1 Warriors. Both teams coming into today, coming off a win in their last matchup. Wes, what's your take on today's plays?
I think the Warriors are going to come in confident. They started out with a close game at Lees-McRae, but really got their confidence up, I believe, last week against Erskine, or a few days ago at Erskine. So I think this is going to be a close game.
That's right. The Warriors have had a rough go of things in this new environment with many canceled games. Their first two games of the season not being played, but some notable mentions from their win against the Erskine Flying Fleet is transfer Amy Somer, a senior who transferred in from Miami-Dade College, followed by a brief year at Prairie View. Somer led the team in the last game with 16 points, playing 34 minutes and helping the Warriors with a 24-point surge in that fourth period. Head coach John Davis after the game had this to say about his team, is that the team showed a will to win today in the fourth quarter. We did not play well throughout most of the game, but seeing how we responded at the end was special to see. Now on the other side, we look at Belmont Abbey as they came into this game coming off a win. As we look at Allie Dowling and Alexis Schultz, who led the team with 17 and 16 points. And the tip, Warriors in white, Crusaders in black. As the Warriors win the tip there with Somer. Out on top is Hendricks at the arc. Going cross court there to number 15. That's Lanisha Lee. She puts it inside to Somer, and a turnover there as the Crusaders bring it back down the court. Pump fake as it's driven down low, put up, and rebound won there by the Warriors. Rebound's a big part of both teams' games. Both had over 40 rebounds in their last game. As the Warriors have it here on top of the arc, Hendricks, the three, misses everything and goes out of bounds for another turnover.
So what they're going to have to do here right off the bat, as per usual, first home game back, is settle down, get their feet underneath them, get control of the dribble, start making those shots. Pretty normal stuff here right off the bat. They'll settle. I know Coach Davis will get them settled down.
That's right, Wes. As number 3, Hannah Roney, brings it down the court here for the Crusaders. Puts it in the corner there. Put down low. That was number 24, Kiana Spivey, as it goes out of bounds on the Warriors. And so the Crusaders will inbound the ball from the end line. That's number 22, Allie Dowling. And ball comes out now to 24. That's Spivey. Crusaders working the ball around the arc as they try and find that open shot in the corner. Closed down quickly. They take the mid-range jumper and in for two. Some good ball movement there by the Crusaders as they get the first points of this game.
They just can't leave those mid shots open. That was Allie Downing. They're going to take those high percentage shots anytime they get a chance.
That's right. They'll take those all day long. Warriors have it up top of the arc now. That's a freshman, number 5 for the Warriors.
Tristan Berry there. Good move.
That's right. Gets the 2 to put the Warriors on the board next. Crusaders working around the top. Long range 3 there from number 15 for the Crusaders. That was Maria Kuhlman. As they continue to work it in and out. And the shot taken there by number 22, Allie Downing. Put back up. And a foul called on number 44 for the Crusaders.
Good hustle there. They made him shoot the outside shot, miss it, get a great rebound, staying in, boxing out.
That's right. Warriors will force that outside shot if at all possible. As the Crusaders have the high press here, they put it into Somer, who puts it up. And in for 2.
Nice shot. Got the bounce in.
Warriors with the early lead, up by 2 now, and a quick turnover there Crusaders just trying to do a little bit too much with the ball. Ball out to Reese. Reese with the shot, a little bit too long. As the rebound there gathered by the Warriors, and a missed shot leads to a rebound for the Crusaders.
Somare's going to have to be active on both ends of the court. She's kind of their foundational player. Gets the rebound there.
That's right, you can see that. Last game playing 34 minutes, over half the time in the game. As the Warriors work it up here. That's Barry with the ball. Out to Reese, top of the arc into Somare, who puts it up and gets in for two.
Perfect form.
Crusaders have it out top. That's 24 Spivey. Over to Roney. Putting it inside to Spivey once again for the two. And this will be Barry bringing it up across court. Screen up top by Somare. Long three there, but a good rebound by Somare. She gives it up to 15 for the Warriors.
There's Lowe.
There's Lowe again.
Somare's got her shoelaces untied there. She's going to have to just catch up, do her best.
That's right. As she does right now. Warriors taking their time, trying to control the early tempo of this game.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's what point guard Barry is going to have to just keep spreading the ball around, keep it on the outside, wait till Somare gets open.
That's right. Hendricks goes inside and gets blocked there as Roney has it now and brings it across half court.
This Belmont Abbey team has some height. They're going to be able to block some balls. They're going to have to just let go of that.
That's right. That three good there by Kuhlman, a senior from Ponte Verde Beach, Florida. As Barry gives it off to Hendricks, into Reese, over to Somare for the two, and in. She's really got that mid-range game down right now, Wes.
She does. That's why they need to keep feeding it to her right there at the key. Right at the free throw line, just a few feet away. Stay right in front of Belmont. They can't let their shooters get hot.
As they work it inside. Good first effort by the Warriors there, keeping the arm straight up. But the second attempt, as the foul goes against number 10, Brooke Hendricks. And after this immediate timeout, the Warriors up by one. And the Crusaders will go to the line. You're listening to the SWU Sports Network with Wes and Will. All right, and we're back here. First period of play, 4:49 left on the clock. Warriors up by one, leading 10-9. As number 24, Kiona Spivey, will be at the line to shoot two. First one good. And puts them in. And the Crusaders take the lead. Crusaders have also substituted in number 23, Alexis Schultz, for her first appearance of the game. As the turnover there by number 2 for the Warriors. That was Diamond Ellison making her first appearance as well.
And the same thing's going to happen as they rotate in different players off the bench. They've got to just get a feel for the game for a second. It's hard to do that, though, and it only takes a second before they can come back on you.
That's right. As you can see, the Crusaders really working the ball there, able to find the open person to take the shot. And Sommer ends up on the ground. Ellison now. Up to Lonisha Reed. Ellison, the 3, and good.
Beautiful shot from Diamond there. That's what they're going to have to do. Just make clean shots and then get back and hustle back on D.
And almost a turnover there as the Crusaders continue to work it around. That's out to Stelly, who's in for her first appearance as well.
And that's Maria Coleman, number 15. She has already made a couple of big shots, and she's going to keep shooting, so they're going to have to keep an eye on her.
Warriors now working it around. Lee out to Barry, who makes the deep 2 to bring the Warriors back within 1. And a quick turnover here as Reese will bring it up, try and slow this game back down. Lee up top, brings it into the corner of the arc, back out, screen by Sommer. Mid-range 2, no good. Rebound by Kuhlman.
Unfortunately, Belmont Abbey had the numbers down there in the box.
That's right, and there's Kuhlman again. She went for that 3. Good rebound by Sommer. As they give it to Diamond Ellison, who will bring it across the half court. Lonisha Lee going into the corner. Looks inside to Sommer, can't find her. Sommer pops out, gets it, pulls up, and puts it off the rim, just short. Rebound by Kuhlman.
Oh, wide open. They're going to have to stay with her.
Good effort by Barry to get there quick. But the Crusaders able to find 32. That's Kelly Thomas.
That time Thomas was just wide open back there. They just left the back door open, didn't see her. So once again, it's going to take a second for them to get coordinated. There's still time, still keeping it close.
Warriors down to 18-16. As that one thrown over the head of Barry by Reese for the turnover. Substitutions coming in now for the Warriors. That's 10, Brooke Hendricks, and 20, Sasha. Her last name.
Sasha Schoenborn.
As they come in now.
It's really smart of Coach Davis at this point, honestly, to try to get as much playing time as possible. You got a smaller team on the bench in terms of numbers, and you want to get them as much experience as possible. Plus, it keeps the energy high.
Well, you want to get them experience, but you also want to keep people fresh, too, with a smaller team.
Right.
To keep up with the pace of this game. As Hendricks drives inside, puts it out to Schoenborn.
Oh.
For the 3, rims in and out.
Yeah, she's going to have to keep taking those shots because that was there. Just got a little bad bounce.
And the inside foul there, as they're going to call arm on the inside there on Barry.
I was able to watch the Lees-McRae game, and very similar is Belmont Abbey in the fact that they're going to have to stay close. I mean, that's what's going to happen here. I don't know that SWU at this point of the season is going to just blow anybody out or get a giant lead. So they need to stay with them and keep that pressure on.
And they certainly have the speed to do that, but the Crusaders making a line change like in Hockey West. I don't know if you...
Did they just do a full bench transfer there? No, I didn't.
5 for 5 as they get in all new players. And the wide open 3 there. Rims in and out. Rebound, though, by the Crusaders. As they work it around in deep 3. Good. That's number 5, Joe Snow. As she puts it in. As the Crusaders take a 21-16 lead. 35 left on the clock. And the drive inside. And last touch by the Crusaders on the end line.
So that was Essence Sims, who was wide out on the wing, and I don't know whether maybe she's instructed to not take the long shot or keep the drive, but she chose to drive. Just couldn't make that shot.
As that goes for a tie ball inside the possession for the Crusaders.
Yeah, if you're going to get into a scrap, tugging on that ball with Brittany Autry, it's going to be hard. Brooks Hendricks doing a good job staying with her.
Ball put down low now as it rims in and out, but she gets her own rebound and puts it back in. Warriors had to take out their center, Somer, give her a little bit of a rest here. As Hendricks pulls up, takes the three. And the Warriors unable to jump on the rebound after that. 1.9 on the clock here in the first period as the inbound quick. And the shot would have been good if it went.
That was close.
As it was put close. Score now 23-16 in favor of the Crusaders. You're listening. We're back live here, start of the second period. Crusaders up 23-16 over the Warriors. Warriors will start with the ball here as they'll have Brooke Hendricks inbound to Barry. As she brings it over far side of the court now. They work it around top of the arc to Hendricks, who puts it inside to Essence Sims. And foul before the shot as she was able to work it down low. And so they will inbound the ball from the end line. Ball into Schoenborn as it's tipped off and out of bounds by the Crusaders. And so they will inbound again. Hendricks now into Barry. Over to Sims, to Schoenborn. Trying to work it back around, finds Hendricks as they work it in to Somer, who takes that mid-range two and around the rim and in.
Nice. Got to get those lucky shots.
That really is her sweet spot as the Warriors get two back. Put long there by 44, Autry.
Autry, great job defending her. She's tough to stop down there so far.
And the push there by Autry on Somer. And so the Warriors will have it on the end line once again. Hendricks puts it into the corner for Barry, who takes the three off the top, which is out of bounds. And so it'll be Crusader ball as number 5, Joe Snow, will work it across the timeline here. Autry now as they continue that low pass. Hendricks now, and the takeaway there by Snow as she'll bring it up quick and in. Warriors now really need to bring this game back into their pace as they work it to Hendricks, as it's tipped out of bounds there by the Crusaders. 17 on the shot clock here, 8:27 on the game clock. Warriors down 9 as Hendricks will inbound. They put it up top to Somer as they work it around the arc. Essence Sims tries to drive inside, loses the ball, and it's worked back up now by Roney.
Yeah, so far the driving inside hasn't worked very well. They need to keep those mid-range shots, keep passing into Somer, allow her to kick it back out when she needs to. That has been what has worked so far the best, when they try to rush a drive or maybe rush a three-point shot without their feet underneath them or set. Those haven't happened well yet.
Crusaders able to just kind of bring in their numbers when they see that drive.
Right. Yeah, they'll pick up on that at some point.
As the Crusaders now inbound the ball, Snow bringing it down. That's to 35, Addison. As they work it around now, Roney with the ball. Addison with the shot, mid-range, too good.
It's got to be such a factor that Belmont Abbey's had 7 games, SWU has had 2 games. It just, you can tell the difference.
You can tell the difference in play and the team having that chemistry. How everything just kind of works together. Snow putting up another quick 2 as she gives it over to Roney. And it goes up and in as a timeout will be taken here by the Warriors as the Crusaders starting to take this one over. Up 31-18, 7:28 left in the second period. You're listening to the SWU Sports Network with Wes and Will. And we're back here live at historic Tysonville Gymnasium for today's matchup of the Belmont Abbey Crusaders and Southern Wesleyan University Warriors. Warriors trying to claw their way back into this one as Hendricks has it outside, up top, nearly loses it, gives it to Somer, who now gives it up to number 22 for the Warriors. Over to Lee. Lee drives inside, kicks it back out as they give it to Somer. And she hits that 2 once again. That is her sweet spot as she's been able to knock them down from there so far today. And Autry able to draw the foul there on Somer.
So now they're in a position where they're just going to have to keep cutting the lead back down, which they have the ability to do. And here comes that full team transfer again.
That's right. And a quick inbound and foul there, as they'll get him for a hit on the arm. And the Crusaders, Coleman, will shoot 2.
Which I think that's a good foul. They had to take that there. Lowe's smart to take that one. Except for the fact that it's number 15, Maria Coleman, who's probably one of their best shooters so far. So that might backfire a little.
Warriors will work it back down here as Caroline Reese has it in the corner. And she tried to put it into Hendricks there, but tipped and picked up by the Crusaders for the quick run. And that's 23 Scholes as she puts it up and in for an easy 2 inside. Number 22 for the Warriors, Treasure Lone, works it, gives it to Hendricks, who puts it inside. Able to get inside and get the shot off as she's fouled, trying to get the rebound. And so the Warriors will have it on the end line. Coming in now for the Warriors is number 2, that's Diamond Ellison. As they put it all the way up to Treasure, who gives it over to Reese. 15 on the shot clock as the shot is up for the Warriors, a 3. And a foul called again on the Crusaders for a hold. Lead inbound at once again, 20 back on the shot clock here. Warriors down by 15. As they work it around, Hendricks kicks it out to Reese. Puts it up top. And the inside 2, no good as it goes just long. And worked up back here by Stelly, who gives it to Coleman for the 3, which is good once again.
Belmont just is holding a defensive wall. They're just not giving the Warriors an open shot. They're going to have to keep working it until they find that spot.
And a travel called there on Hendricks, as they turn the ball back over here for the Crusaders.
And so far it has been turnovers and just little things that have hurt us tonight. I think if we can start getting a few of those things down, we're definitely going to be back in this.
And another foul called there on the Warriors for 2 hands on the waist, as that one happened, resulting in their 5th team foul, which will put them at the line, the Crusaders.
And that's Treasure Lone. That's she's out of Toccoa, Georgia. West Oak High School, freshman coming in.
As we get the scoreboard reset here for the amount of fouls. Right now showing each team having 4 team fouls.
Somer in the first quarter and a good part of this quarter had a lot of minutes already, and they've got to be able to rest her, but she's been the main offense and a good part of the defense so far. So they're going to have to find another strategy to score here with an 18-point difference on the scoreboard.
And that is the Warriors' 5th team foul. And so they, I believe, called it a shooting foul to shoot 2 as the first one goes there for Stelly, a junior for the Crusaders, as she puts the first one in. And the second one good as well. Crusaders now up by 20 as they start a high court press here, trying to do a double team. And the turnover there, as Coleman able to read the pass. And Stelly puts it in again. Warriors able to work it back and forth and get it across half court. Work out of the double team. And into the offense. As Hendricks has it down low. Not able to put it up and in. As Coleman grabs the rebound and brings it down for the Crusaders.
There's a turnover that we needed. Got to capitalize on it.
As they call a kick ball there. But you're right, Wes. That was a turnover that the Warriors got that they definitely needed. And those are the opportunities that we need to capitalize on here if we want to get back into this one.
Sasha Schoenborn checks back in. I like her being out there. She hustles. She hasn't had a lot of shots opportunities yet, but
as that one hit down low. And 3 good from Stelly.
Right now, Belmont is just taking advantage of every opportunity they get off turnovers. I can see where they're going to be bringing Sommer back in soon. Schoenborn on the court now.
Lee over to Reese, who puts it back. Schoenborn now, they work it across the arc. As that ball, I believe, was tipped coming out of the hands. As Scholes gives it to Stelly. And the block there, hard block foul. And that was by number 2, Diamond Ellison.
And right there a second ago on the last play between Diamond Ellison and Caroline Reese, you know, they were trying to communicate as they're working around the top of the key who's going to, you know, drive in and get that inside pass. And you can see they're having just some trouble communicating. They're still just working those things out. Once again, 3rd game, you know?
That's
just
right.
To be expected.
And the more games they play, the more that'll all get worked out.
Mm-hmm. Transfers, freshmen. It's a pretty new team for the Warriors this year. So
not many returners as they had to go out and recruit quite a bit. And you're right, as you said, a lot of transfers coming in. Even just on the court right now for the Warriors.
And you can only imagine, I don't know all the protocols with COVID and other things like that, but how much practice time they've had. So once again, the fact that they have 5 less games than Belmont Abbey is still showing.
Between practice time and the lack of opportunities to play against other teams and just to get that playing time, get their game plan down to a science to where they can come out and get the little things right. As that one's good there by Alexis Scholes for the Crusaders.
Right now, Belmont is just draining threes. And Sommer is most of our offense, and she looks like she's, you know, tweaked a little bit. Maybe her knee got tweaked, her ankle, I'm not sure what it is. She's wincing a little bit when she runs and still able to do that.
Well, a big part of the Crusaders' game, West, is their 3 game, as they nearly shot 70% in their last contest against Barton.
Treasure Lone took a hard charge just right there and nothing called on it either way.
Warriors now have it up top with Ellison as they work it around. And foul called inside on number 32 for the Crusaders, Kelly Thomas, as subs will come in. And as you can see, the Crusaders just have the numbers to be able to do that. Keep fresh bodies out on the court at all times, able to really find the lineups that they need and the matchups that they want in order to make their shots and win rebounds and do all the little things right.
Yeah, it's almost like, every time they make a switch off the bench, it's like the Warriors are playing a different team with different height differentials on their players as well. A tall team. Belmont Abbey is tall.
As you can note, number 44, Autry, back in for the Crusaders, one of their key players. As a foul called there again on number 22, Treasure Lone.
Questioning that call, and I agree with that question. I didn't see anything happen.
Contact there. I also have a post in my way. So.
Well, I mean, at most she put her hand out. I didn't see the foul. Not saying there wasn't one, but I didn't see it either. She's trying to find out what's going on now. Giving a demonstration.
As both are good there. That's number 31, Hines, for the Crusaders. As the Warriors work it around now. And just another little mistake as they lose the ball handle. And it goes out of bounds now for Crusader ball. Roney now.
And a travel.
Put it across the arc there. That was Hines, who had just made her free throws. And the Warriors get the ball back there. Need a little bit of mental toughness here to get through the last 2 minutes of the second period. As Showmore now has it. Out to Lee. Into Somer, who kicks it back out to Lone. Lone over to Ellison. Ellison, the three ball. And big rebound there.
And she got a good look on that shot. That was what we need to see. It just needs to go in. And a quick return from Belmont Abbey, unfortunately for us.
Crusaders up by 21 now as Ellison inside. Unable to put it down. And again, the quick transition from the Crusaders. That is their game as they really look to just find that quick ball down the court because they have the numbers to do so and the subs to do so as well. Lee now working the ball as she wanted to drive down low. Somer, that too, that she's been finding all game, unable to put that one down.
And that one was just a little bit further out than where she's been shooting.
And you can see that too as she left it short. As there's 23 left on the game clock, 15 on the shot clock. As the Crusaders just working it around, trying to bring this clock down. As they just put up a prayer and it goes out of bounds, and so the clock will stop. 4.7 left. As the Warriors will try and get one last shot off here.
I think what you said is exactly right. I think at this point, they're going to just have to have some poise, some composure, because this is frustrating. I know this is not something they're going to go to halftime, and I know Coach Davis is going to make adjustments, and he's going to inspire them.
As that last-ditch effort there by Treasure Lone, unable to go. But you're right, as we talk about the poise, the composure, they need to really bring in the speed of this game. As the Crusaders, as we can see, like to just keep it fast-paced and moving, getting the quick counters, getting the numbers up court and down court, because they have the long bench to do so.
They do. It'll be interesting to see what happens in the second half. Looking forward to it.
That's right. Well, we're still here at historic Tysinger. Warriors down 24-55 to the Crusaders. You're listening to the SWU Sports Network and Conference Carolinas with Wes and Will. And we'll check back with you after halftime.
Welcome back into historic Tysinger on the campus of Southern Wesleyan University in central South Carolina, where the SWU Warriors are taking on the Belmont Abbey Crusaders. SWU down 55-24 as we go into the second half. Hannah Roney comes out on point with the ball for the Crusaders. Passes to Downing. Maria Coleman tonight for the Crusaders has been on fire. For the Warriors tonight, Amy Sommer with a pass open wide. That time Lowe could not make the layup. Passes into Coleman. And looking for the outside shot is Hannah Roney for the Crusaders to put them up 58-24. Pass over, Schoenborn with the rebound. Looking back to Barry. Over to Sommer, who's going to make a drive and a move. And puts it in for two, 26-58. SWU. And a long pass there. Turnover for the Warriors. As Barry will pass into Lee and back to Barry, taking down the court. So far, the Warriors tonight have been trying to work out some of the bugs. We talked about in the first half, this is the third game for the Warriors, the 8th game for Belmont Abbey Crusaders. So it's taking a little bit of time. Lee looking to Barry. Barry to Schoenborn. Passing around the top of the key. Back to Lee and Sommer in the middle. And we've got a foul call. And the Warriors will get it out of bounds. Lee looking for the open player. Sommer again with the shot from the top of the free throw. And misses just out. Crusaders taking it back downfield. Down court, rather. And Sommer with a good rebound, but that will go out of bounds. Warriors will keep possession. Tristan Berry handling the ball over to Lowe and then to Reese. Looking for an open player and misses. Sommer collects it, luckily. She's there to see that. And now they're just looking for a shot inside. Can't get it to go. Lee working hard tonight, trying to make something happen, but it's just not happening so far. And Belmont Abbey shooters, for the most part, have been on tonight, and they've been taking a lot of those outside shots. There's another one in and out. We needed that, but a strong rebound for the Crusaders. That's Brittany Autry as Barry brings it back down court. And so far tonight, once Belmont Abbey has transferred players off the bench, they tend to do it as a whole team, or the majority of their team. Sommer working it on her own, up and down, staying on her toe. And they're going to give possession back to Belmont Abbey as both teams transfer in some new players. Diamond Ellison back in and Brooke Henricks back in for the Warriors. Belmont Abbey with possession. Taylor Stelly bringing it down court. Stelly again looks to the inside. And a pretty easy, clean shot for number 24. That's Spivey. So Mare still on the floor, looking for a way to feed it into her or have her drive, and that shot, again, just not going in. The shots for the Warriors tonight just haven't fallen like they would hope, I know. And there's Schultz to take it 64-26. Belmont Abbey up with 5:50 left in the third. And a takeaway there. Taylor Stelly driving down the court. And again, over to Spivey, who's having a good quarter so far. Hendricks on the court, Sommer on the court, Lee on the court. Barry looking for one of those to pass off to as Sommer backs it out. Diamond to the top of the arc and just misses again, and an open drive. And she decides to bring it back out and back to Spivey and over to Coleman. Coleman looking inside. And that's Schultz. Can't get it to go. Lee on the rebound. And a foul collected that time on Belmont Abbey. Hendricks able to draw it, and we have a timeout on the floor. You are watching the SWU Sports Network, and we'll be right back. And we're back to SWU basketball on the SWU Sports Network. Belmont Abbey here at Southern Wesleyan University, 66-26. The Warriors will have the inbound. Barry with the ball. It's Essence Sims with the drive, not able to make it go. Belmont Abbey taking it back, taking advantage so far of a few mistakes by the Warriors. A drive there, and Belmont attempting the rebound, but instead fouling, giving possession back to the Warriors. Hendricks to inbounds to Barry. Sims on the floor, Sommer on the floor, and Diamond Ellison with the ball. To Sims, back to Barry, looking for that inside shot, just not able to have it. Belmont playing a very strong defense tonight. Sommer has been one of the few that's been able to exploit the defense and be able to actually get in on the high percentage shots. And a great three-point from Diamond Ellison. That's what we've needed to see all night. 66-29. And a quick turnover, but possession stays with Belmont Abbey. That's the kind of shooting, though, a smooth shot that we've needed to see. Diamond Ellison with a really clean shot that time. And they're going to switch it up, saying that it was tipped off of Belmont and give possession back to the Warriors as Belmont Abbey transfers yet another fresh team onto the court. Good advantage for them to be able to do that. They've got some really great players, that's obvious, really great shooters, and some tall forwards. But Sommer showing what she can do, getting the assist and moving in, 66-31. As Belmont passes around the key and is just able to get a hold of that one. That's Sydney Addison for the Crusaders. Hendricks outside looking to drive in, and pass is intercepted. Barry all alone and takes a accidental charge. (68-31) Warriors trying to cut the lead down here. It was close in the first quarter and most of the second, and then started to just get out of hand. And a block there. And Sommer able to get her own rebound off the block. And there, once again, a great shot from Diamond Ellison, who's starting to find her shot on the outside. Belmont passing in, that's Shelby Darden, who comes in and brings some height for the Crusaders and is able to score there. 70-34, Belmont Abbey up. Hendricks again on the outside, driving, looking for the kick out, and just loses control. Almost an outside shot, then passes over to 22, who can't get it in. Good recovery for the Warriors. Sims takes it down and passes over to Ellison, back to Sims, who drives. And is able to collect a foul off of that and goes to the line. So a good play by Sims. And we'll get a couple of new Warriors on the court. That's Schoenborn and Lone back in for the Warriors as Sims is on the line. 1:25 left to go in the third quarter. 70-34 is the score. And a much needed free throw shot there from Sims. Is she able to get two? She is. Able to get two to bring it 70-36. As Belmont drives, continues to drive with speed. You can see the fresh legs help battle fatigue that the Warriors are going to have to battle with, but I know they won't make excuse for that. And a great play on defense. And they will get the ball. Good hustle by the Warriors, as Lone will bring it in to Barry with less than a minute left in the third quarter. Sims with the ball, looking to Schoenborn for a drive, and is able to get it to go. I believe she got the foul there. Good job by Sasha Schoenborn. Got a smile on her face after that play. That's what we like to see. Take the little victories right now for sure. Everything is a learning experience. Coach John Davis teaching as we go for sure. And I'm rejoined now by my partner in crime, Will Hughes. Stepped out for just a little bit of the third quarter here. Thanks for letting me get some playing time, brother.
Yeah, no problem. We're just easing back into it just like our Warriors here.
We're trying to figure it out a little bit at a time. That was Sydney Addison who collected her own rebound. 20 seconds left to go in the third. Before I hand this hard work back to Will. And a block there, good collection. And Essett Sims, again, able to go to the line. Made 2 last time at the line. See if she can put 2 more down. Smooth shot from Sims. 72-39 with 4.8 left to go in the third. And does drop them both. So that's a clean third quarter for the Warriors. Not perfect, obviously, but I saw some improvement there for sure. So we're going to go to a commercial. We'll rejoin you guys at the fourth quarter. You're watching SWU Sports Network.
All right, well, we're back here at the start of the fourth quarter here as the Warriors will have it. And inbound to Barry. Barry now, top of the arc. Works it around Hendricks. Holds, puts it inside. That's to Lee. Lee looks to Somer. Somer blocked off. Now able to pop out, get it. Gives it to Barry. Barry holds over to Hendricks. Some tight press. As that one kicked back out to Lee. And the shot blocked, but they do call a foul on the Crusaders, as that was number 31, Hines, who hit the arm there, and so Lee will be at the line for 2.
And Lee is a player that tonight has just been, giving everything she's got out there. Her, Hendricks on the court, probably the most minutes of all the Warriors, with Somer as well.
That's right, as she's able to put both of those in. As the Crusaders now, Roney with it. Works it out to Addison. Addison to Hines. Crusaders working around the top of the arc. Kicking it in and then kicking it back out. As they put that one in. That was 33. Shelby Darden with the shot as the ball's loose on the floor. And a tie ball is called. And possession goes to the Warriors as they have the arrow in their favor. Referees conclude, though, since the Warriors did start with the ball, it is Crusader possession. As they wait to reset the shot clock here.
So obviously we have missed the fans. That has been a major loss to not have fans in the building.
That's right. Conference Carolina's new protocols that they put out in place along with the university zone to keep the players safe and the staff safe as well is to not allow fans inside except for the men's and women's teams and anyone who is actually participating, working the game, such as ourselves, the ones at the score table, and the athletic trainers.
It makes a big difference because obviously this building normally is just rumbling with volume. It's loud and can't hear yourself think. And
yeah, if people remember from last year, the amount of noise that came from just having the fans here with how enclosed it is, the specific acoustics of this room, everything just vibrates off the walls in here, and it can get loud and deafening real quick.
It can. So we missed that. But we'll see what kind of energy happens also at the next game, the men's game. That's Shelby Darden, who's come in late and made an impact already for Belmont Abbey.
That's right. Now as Barry has it over to Henricks, gives it to Lee. Lee with the dribble. And she gives it up to Somer. Somer able to control the bobble in a way. And
yeah, she took her eyes off of it for a second and is able to recollect it. And there's Lee.
That was a good play inside there from the Warriors. As the Crusaders have it now with Addison. Addison, top of the arc, gives it up to Hines. Hines over to Scholes. Scholes works it inside, drives, but the travel is called. As some subs come in now for the Warriors as they bring in Caroline Reese along with Diamond Ellison. And so the Warriors will have the ball off their own end line as Henricks has it and will bring it up the court. Barry now over to Reese. Reese looked to shoot. Pulled up, gave it to Lee. Warriors working it back around now. Ellison with it. Gives it up to Reese. Reese, the shot. As it was a long shot. Left it just short off the rim.
And that's been kind of the story for the Warriors tonight, except for Diamond Ellison, who's gotten some really clean three-point shots. Other shooters for the Warriors have just not had clean shots. They are clearly a few feet further than they'd like to be and put it up anyway, and it just isn't dropping tonight.
They've been having a tough time getting inside of the Crusaders as a foul was called there. I believe that one was on Caroline Reese. But no matter that, the Warriors do get it back as the foul was then called on the Crusaders.
And there's Sasha Schoenborn back in the game. Again, we were noticing earlier, she's coming out of Texas, Abilene Christian University. She's transferred here. I like the energy she's got on the court. I mean,
she's got a lot of energy. She brings a lot of pace to the game, which is what they've needed here today. The Crusaders, obviously, deeper bench, able to keep their subs in and keep everyone fresh on the court to keep the tempo at their level. As that one tip for the turnover there. Scholes now with it as Hendricks comes up behind, but puts it off her own leg and out, and will stay Crusader ball. As Sydney Clodges will inbound it now to Hines, who gives it up to Scholes. And there's that energy from Schoenborn there. She is up in the face of Scholes when she has the ball. Six left to shoot as Hines tries to drive inside. And they call tie ball there, as the possession will be with the Warriors for this one.
Good effort from Reese. What I like to see is there's still a fight. They're not looking at the scoreboard. They are just continuing to push and fight each possession, which is what it's going to take.
Well, and we sort of talked on that earlier when I quoted Coach Davis from their last game,
right,
when he was talking about their fourth quarter, how even throughout the game they didn't necessarily play their best, but when it came to the fourth quarter, they showed a lot of heart and grit and determination. Despite what the score was, and in the last game, they put up 24 in that fourth quarter to win. And even today, you can see that there's still a team looking to win, and that has a lot of fight in them. They just need to kind of spread that out through the whole game.
Schultz for Belmont Abbey with another travel. And here's Lone looking to Reese and Schoenborn.
Warriors just not having any luck today driving inside.
Yeah, without Somer on the court, they just don't seem to have anywhere to go inside with it. And the outside shots, once again, outside of Diamond Ellison, who had two great ones, was not able to make any long-range shots.
But a good read there from Reese, as she's able to read that pass. And Hendricks now 4-3. Puts it off the iron. As Hines with that rebound, gives it up there to Darden, who puts it in for another two. And she's having quite the quarter herself here, as when she's out on the court, she has made an impact so far. That one left just short, as the ball was bobbled, but then went off of, I believe, Hendricks. As we now go to the media timeout. Warriors trailing 76-44 to the Crusaders. You're listening to Wes and Will on the SWU Sports Network.
Wake up and focus. I wonder if you ever considered that you only have one life to live. I wonder if you have the courage to be exactly who you were called to be. I wonder if you understand that you can do anything if only you believe it. I wonder if anyone told you that you can be a leader, a trendsetter, the innovator of that brand new whatever that's not here yet, but that's only because you didn't introduce it yet. I wonder if you realize that your life's purpose is bigger than you, and that it's ready to be awakened and make its mark in history. Are you awake yet? But what if there's a place for you? A place where you can dream higher, dream bigger, where your dreams and your future collide with God's vision and direction, where thinking and doing go hand in hand with innovation, where professors are more like mentors and guides, where generosity is contagious. And if you catch it, you...
All right, and we're back here. 4:15 left here in the fourth quarter, as the Crusaders with the ball. Scholes to Addison, puts it into Clodges, as that one rattles in for three from Scholes. Warriors work it up the court now, trying to work with a little pace. as they work it around the arc over to Reese. Reese to Ellison, over to Hendricks and to Shomorn, who drives in, puts it up, and gets two.
Ooh.
As the refs will allow time, she was trying to run over there. Still having that pep in her step, though, getting back.
Yep, didn't react. I can actually see a little bit of a footprint on her face, and
A little bit, you can see a little bit of a mark there.
just shook it right off and kept going. 79-46 with 3:40 left to go.
As the Warriors kind of had a little line change of their own there with 4 subs coming in. As Scholes there with the drive off the glass and in for 2. Berry now brings it up for the Warriors with Lee over to Ellison. Ellison with the drive and the foul. And so that'll send her to the line to shoot 2. .315 left here. First shot. Rattles off the iron and out. Second shot here. Able to go in.
Ellison's done a good job putting points on the board tonight, especially in the second half. This has been her half.
The Warriors have certainly had their chances, to say the least. But again, with the few games played and the limited practices that they've had,
Right.
it'll just take some more time for them to really form that chemistry, be able to work with each other, and to find their game. There's another foul called there on the Crusaders.
Alexa Schultz, number 23, has been the Michael Jordan, so to speak, of Belmont Abbey tonight. Definitely in the second half, she's been the ball handler for the Crusaders.
In their last game, she was one of 5 players in double digits, and she certainly, I think, has reached that again tonight as the Warriors work it in and out to Berry.
And once again, Berry, early on in the first half, had some clean shots, just hasn't been able to get them to drop. They're close, and I think it'll get there.
Berry, notably just a freshman, though, starting at such a high level of play.
Absolutely.
Division II basketball. And so that'll just come with experience, playing the game and the rhythm.
Yeah, I think they'll get some of these things ironed out.
Lee now with the ball, top of the arc. 5 to shoot, puts it up, mid-range 2, good.
Well, that was a good basketball play. Beautiful shot, step back from Lee.
They were just able to put that one right over the top.
Well, all night, Belmont's been able to get back on offense very quickly. Their transition game has been lightning fast, and it's just been faster than what the Warriors could keep up with. Berry again with a shot. That time, just not a clean look. Not a clean look when she made the shot. Makes it difficult. Belmont has some tall players with hands in the face of the Warriors, and that's, good defense. They have really good coordinated defense. You can see that.
But notably a good play there by Berry to just stand her ground there in the midcourt, able to force a turnover there. But the Warriors end up giving it right back as Essence Sims steps on the line. Definitely a few things to work on still for both teams. But all in all, both have had good plays as well, and some good things to mention as we reach the final minute here of play. Warriors, this is only their 3rd game played, as they've had a rough schedule, but that one, 3-ball good there And that one from Lee, as she's able to put that one in.
Yeah, Lee has been fighting all night, no doubt.
She has. She's had quite a game herself.
I don't know if she's come off the court very often, to tell you the truth. I feel like she's been on the court maybe more than just about anybody, maybe next to Hendricks.
As the Crusaders just holding the ball here, trying to run out the clock. As they will just run it out from the shot clock, leaving 11 on the game clock. And so the Warriors will drop this one to the Crusaders with the potential final score 87-52 here. As the Warriors may try and attempt one final shot here, keep fighting till that last horn blows, as they give it to Ellison here for the last few seconds as she shoots a three.
Oh, yeah.
And that's a good positive note to end on for the Warriors there.
It is. Ellison has been the shooter of the night, second half for sure. I think that combined with Sommer down low, they're going to have some weapons to build off of right there.
They certainly will, and that'll just come with more time, able to learn each other's styles of play and just really working with each other. But that'll do it for us here. Stay tuned in for the men's contest coming up between the Warriors and the Crusaders, as in about 10 minutes, both will take to the court and face off in another conference matchup. You're listening to the SWU Sports Network with Wes and Will.